Are you a technical sales professional? In this episode, I'm going to cover the best practices in 2021.
Gladiator in this art of war. What you think that I've been fighting for? Got a cape on like a superhero. They rushing at me like a matador. Nah, I don't need your energy. I don't need the negativity. I'm just trying to bring my people up. Promise y'all I got the remedy. Straight to the roof, tell them we bringing the troops. We got a little surprise, you thinking that we need the truth. We give it 120, we never make an excuse. So go run and tell everybody down that we coming for you.
What's up guys, Kyle Milan here, and if you're in industrial sales or marketing, if you're a technical sales professional, then definitely hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you get notified every week when we produce new content, and share it with one person that you know. All right, on this episode, we're covering the best practices for sales engineers, technical salespeople. Does not matter if you're a sales engineer, business development specialist, business development rep, VP, whatever it is. If you've got soft skin, then go ahead and skip to the next episode because I'm keeping it real. I'm spitting the truth because I'm so tired of seeing the same mistakes happen. So it does not matter what industry you're in, whether you sell a product or you sell a service. If you're in technical sales, there's some truth that needs to be told to you. Most of you guys are not doing what you should be doing. Most of you guys have become completely complacent on trying to grow revenue for the company, trying to grow your own wealth, and you're just sitting back collecting that salary, maybe a little bit commission. Now to my top performers out there that are crushing it, that are going 200K or more per year, you guys can learn some things in this too to take you to that next level. It's so often people I talk to all the time, whether it's students of TSU, or it's new potential customers or new clients at MFG Tribe come in and I'm like, what's your sales team like? And people aren't doing things. They're still doing the same thing. So number one, stop doing what you've been doing that has not worked in years. Trade shows, focusing on trade shows does not work. Just being passive and just sending out an email and then curling your toes like a 3-foot putt that you're about to choke on and hoping that something happens with it does not work. You guys have been lazy. You've become complacent. You are soft. You're used to your salary carrying in your monthly income. And if I'm the owner of that company or if I'm the leader of that sales team, you're getting cut. Because if you're not performing, then you're a complete waste of money. Now, I'm not saying that you have to do something every month and close a big deal. I am realistic. But the problem is that most of your managers and VPs out there are way too soft on you. Either they're not confident enough in what should be happening, they're not giving you the tools, or they just don't care because they're getting a salary based on whatever performance metrics that they have. But you guys are doing the same thing. And every company that we talk to, it's like, what is your sales team doing? They're doing these 5 things. They're doing trade shows. They're waiting on emails. They're looking for referrals from marketing. They're waiting most of the time for a response. They're not changing their follow-up methods. They're just doing the same thing over and over and over again and not getting anywhere. And I don't know, like I always tell them, let me talk to your owner because those people need to go because that's just ridiculous. Now we can try and train them if they're open to it, but you know how many times I talk to people and it's a team of 2, 5, 15, 30 salespeople, and there's always a percentage of them. Sometimes it's 20%, sometimes it's 50%. They're like, no, that won't work. No, we don't want to do that. I want to stick with what I'm doing. Or we have bi-weekly calls and we could do a follow-up call and it's like, nope, I didn't do that. So you're telling me that you don't care about being a top performer. You don't care about making more money, which if money is not a motivator for you, number one, I don't know why you're in sales because sales is about money and performance. Now you may say, I like talking to people, I like being outgoing, I like traveling, I'm super techie and I know the product and that's why I'm in sales. Well, let me tell you something. I'll take someone that's got motivation and hustle and grit or someone that knows the product or service. Every single day, 6 days a week and twice on Sunday, I will take that person that's got the hustle because if they've got the hustle and the drive and motivation, they will be way better because they will outwork the person that just knows all the technical stuff. So you have to stop doing what's not working. You have to focus on the areas that are actually going to drive you into a potential opportunity, which are not going to be focusing all your attention on trade shows in the traditional way of doing it. Even cold calls is less effective. Even cold visits is less effective. With COVID, everything changed. The whole industrial world got turned upside down. How are you going to sell? You can't get a hold of them. You have to focus on the stuff that we preach about all the time here on this channel, on these shows, and through everything that I do, which is going to be focus on social, focus on LinkedIn, build out your personal brand. Because you guys have become so lazy and complacent that you're just not doing anything. Meanwhile, the owner of your company is affording your lifestyle and you're not returning the favor back by actually performing. So most of you guys suck. I mean, I can't say it any different. Now, if you're doing something to change that, if you're actually trying to go out there and get new business using different tactics and strategies, then great, because that's the motivation and the hustle that we need. So number one, stop doing things that don't work. Get out of your comfort zone. Number two, focus on LinkedIn. You have to focus on building a network. It's all about your personal brand. If your company's not producing content, then you have to produce content. If you're gonna tell me that you're too busy, number one thing that people say when we get on a call about LinkedIn, I don't have enough time. I'm way too busy. I've got orders that, accounts that I have to manage. I've got issues. I've got all this stuff. You have time. Everybody has time. It's just whether or not it's a priority. And most likely, it's not a priority for you. So that's what you should say. Instead of using the excuse, I don't have time, just say it's not a priority. Well, if we're involved, then your company's seen that it should be a priority, and we're there to make it a priority for you. And you can either do it or you can leave. And a lot of times that's what it's come down to. People have gotten cut over the years that we've been doing this because they're not willing to adapt and change. And I don't care if you're 65 years old or you're 25 years old. If whatever you're doing isn't working, you have to adapt and change. Nobody likes having someone on their payroll that is just being complacent and accepting that salary. There's companies that have cut salaries and said, you're more commission-based now. We're gonna adjust your salary. And then people leave. And a lot of times, salespeople that have been at a company for a year and then leave, it's because they couldn't cut it. The company said, we'll give you a year. They came in for a year. They thought they're gonna do all this stuff. And at the end of the day, they weren't that good. And after a year, the company figured it out and then they cut them. I'm not saying that money has to motivate you and be the number one motivator, but it should motivate you a little bit. Otherwise, you're in the wrong industry. And I may catch a bunch of slack about that, saying sales isn't all about money. Yeah, but then why don't you go into a different department? Because the boss is going to use commission as a motivator to get you to work harder and get you to work more and get you to actually close deals and make the company revenue and let them grow. That all comes from salespeople. You literally are the only department in the entire company that has a direct impact on top line growth. The only one. There is no other company. Marketing, yes. Can marketing do it? Sure, but marketing doesn't close deals. Marketing brings in opportunities. Marketing brings in attention. The salespeople close the deals. So can marketing assist in the growth of the top line of the company? Yes. But are they the department that can directly impact it immediately? No, they can contribute to it. The salespeople are the ones that can do it. That's a lot of power that you have. And if you're not taking that power and taking that authority and doing something with it, then get out of the department and stop being lazy. But focusing on your personal brand and focusing on creating a network on LinkedIn is extremely important. This is the new way of selling. The stuff you used to do doesn't work. It hasn't worked in years. Waiting and sitting on your hands doesn't work either. But if you're taking action, if you're doing things on LinkedIn, if you're building your network and you're engaging with people's posts and you're sharing the company content or creating your own content and commenting and messaging and not just focusing on, I want to connect with somebody and then sell them, go through all of my content about LinkedIn, exactly how to do it, all laid out there for you. And so if you made it this far in the episode, then maybe you do have some thick skin, and you should, because sales is all about having thick skin. You're gonna get told no 8 to 9 out of 10 times. So you're gonna handle rejection, which that's part of sales, and that's really part of life. You're gonna handle rejection, you're gonna get rejected for that one time, or those two times. So you should have thick skin already, but if you made it this far, then you're interested in improving yourself. And you can go to Technical Sales University, you can go through the rest of my content that's free, you can read books, you can find coaches, you can do whatever you want to do as long as you're doing something. But understand, number one, the old way of doing it doesn't work. Number two, LinkedIn should be your life. It should be more important than anything. You should focus on LinkedIn. This is what works. It's the attention of the people you're trying to get a hold of. You can get it on LinkedIn faster than you can through any other means. Phone call, email, cold visit. You can get their attention faster on LinkedIn than you can any of those. Plus, you can do it from your house, on the road, from the bathroom. It does not matter. You can literally do it from anywhere as long as you create it, as long as you make it part of your muscle memory. And that's what it comes down to, is getting out of the comfort zone. The opportunities are huge, massive. I've got people that used to work for me that are making $300,000 to $350,000 a year in manufacturing service industry that I hired and then left the company later and are still making over $300,000 a year. And then there's people that are in distribution or products that are making 150, 200, 250. It's literally massive, the amount of money that you can make. And you guys are taking it for granted because of that salary. I guarantee if I stripped your salary away, you'd be figuring out what is the best way for me to sell, how do I get more revenue, how do I get more opportunities. You would be thinking about it day and night if your salary was stripped for a percentage of you. Most of you, if I came in and stripped your salary, you would just find another job that has a salary. Because you're not really, like, you need that to live, but if it was really low, you'd work pretty hard to get it up. And you may be thinking, I'm at a point in my career where I'm worth $125,000 a year. Yes, you are. But you're worth $125,000, but you can make $250,000. If you're not trying to make that $250,000 or $200,000 or $190,000 or whatever it is, then you are complacent. If you're just hitting your numbers, then you're being complacent. But you guys have to wake up, especially the people in the 35, 45, 55 range. A new group of people are coming onto the scene. And you talk smack about millennials and Gen Zers and all those people. Yeah, most of them aren't going to be able to do anything. But those people that have taken the motivation and want to make money and make it a priority and are all about expanding their career, they will take your job. And at a minimum, they're going to take opportunities that you will never get at a potential customer. You're going to go in there and be like, nope, I'm already with this company. Nope, I already talked to these people. No, I'm not willing to change suppliers. No, I'm not willing to purchase that product. We've got to deal with these guys. They're taking opportunities away from you because you're just sitting there doing nothing. And I don't know, I want to scream it at the top of my lungs to do something. Every company we talk to has people doing nothing. We've got clients and past clients that have, oh, this is my new sales guy. What are you doing? I'm working through old accounts and trying to expand existing accounts. Okay, what else are you doing? And it's just crickets. That's it. I'm hoping that my referrals from my personal brand at companies I used to work at carries me into this position, and I get a couple of big opportunities, and then that satisfies my bosses. That's basically what they want to do, but they don't say. They look to us to what should you be doing? We lay it out, and then they don't do it, some of them. And some of them do it. And those people crush it. And so this is just an episode all about just pleading to you guys that the times are changing. You have to make a move. You have to put your flag in the sand and say, I'm going to hustle. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to change my tactics. I'm going to use LinkedIn. I'm going to create content. I'm going to do videos every day, every other day. I'm going to shoot videos. Like, I don't have a marketing team to support me. Okay, you've got a phone with a 24 megapixel camera or an 18 megapixel camera. Next time that you're at the plant, take a video, a panning shot, landscape mode, portrait mode, whatever. Create your own content. That's not an excuse. Not having a marketing department is an excuse. Not having an agency like ours, an industrial agency that knows how to grow your business drastically, that will do all the work for you, and all you gotta do is share the content or go along for the ride when the opportunities come in, that's not an excuse either. Because years ago, 6-7 years ago, when I was in industrial sales, I didn't have agencies that I could trust. I literally used to shoot the content myself. Take a couple pictures, great day here at the office, here's something that we're doing, here's something that is currently in process, here's something that we're working on, here's a new expansion of a building, whatever, and just throw it out there and post it. And you guys may be like, oh, I'm scared. Just do it. Who cares? Stop caring about what people think and start caring about who in your household, how do they look at you? If you have kids, what are you gonna teach your kids? What are you showing your kids? Are you showing your kids that daddy or mommy makes 100 grand a year and I work hard, but that's about the highest level that I wanna get to? Or are you teaching them how to hustle? You're in sales, it's about hustle. Are you teaching them how to get more opportunities, how to help their company that they work for? The company is trusting you by giving you a salary and they're paying for you. You don't have to worry about money day by day. And what are you giving them in return? You just meeting that standard, or are you raising the bar? So really think about that, because right now, because of COVID, because of what happened in the last 18 months, and what will happen in the next 18 months, the opportunities are there for people to just steal it right out from underneath you. And if you end up not having a job, don't say that the market didn't show you that you weren't doing the right things. So take action. If you got value out of this, if you know somebody that's not taking action, share this with them. I mean, this is not a rah-rah, do this type of video. This is a battle cry saying change your behavior and do something different and get off of your hands. Stop just sitting there. Go through all of my content. I explain exactly how to do it. It's all free. If you want to pay for it in a structured format, go to TSU. That's what it's there for. You want a structured format in a course type of setting, like a university, that's what TSU is for. If you don't want to spend the money, don't. It's all for free on YouTube, LinkedIn, follow me on LinkedIn. It's all out there for free. Marketing, sales, anything related to industrial, how to grow your business, how to market, advertising, content creation, shooting videos, social, everything's out there. Web design, web dev, SEO, everything's out there for free. Take the time to actually learn it and implement it. And don't just sit there and learn it and feel good and then not implement it. So share this with somebody that you think could get some value out of it. And have a conversation with them. And maybe you guys can collaborate together on what are you guys gonna do together to change. But you have to change. Because the practices that were good 2-3 years ago don't work anymore. This is where it's at now. Create content, focus on social, and get off your butt. If I didn't make you too angry with this video, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, share it with one person you know, and we will see you on the next one.